Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dax today? Now, yesterday was yet another battle. So you can see, if you look to the left here, you can see how the buyers stepped in here. You can see how the buyers are stepping in again over here. But we do have this magnet of this gap to the downside. And on the daily, we are below the alligator. Only positive signal I see here is this inverse head and shoulders on the awesome oscillator, which is indicating that buyers are starting to acquire positions. Okay, bear in mind that I think it's more of a nibble because have a look at what is still holding us up. Okay, so this 200 weekly EMA is still the level that the bears are trying to push. They're trying to push this down because why? They have a head and shoulders pattern here. There it is there, that they are trying to ensure that it plays out. Okay, so that's pretty much what is going on right now. And it has been like this for quite some time. What are we talking about here? So pretty much the whole week. Okay, and what we do have though is we still have an inside bar brewing. So we've got this massive inside bar here, which was our first signal that would indicate a reversal, and now we have another one brewing here. Not too worried about the tail of the top just yet, and you can see the oscillator is also giving us some diversions here. Okay, so on the weekly, this is brewing for a potential turn, or it is just consolidating for a second leg down. Okay, so there's no real clear decision at this moment, 50-50 as far as I'm concerned. Looking at the 4 hour, very similar to what the JSE, the South African Top 40 is, a lot of indecision. So you can see pretty much the whole week up and down, and you can almost, there's my inside tail, okay, so there's my level, and you can see that's the level that we are trying to buy. We've hit it once, we haven't hit it again. We've tried twice to come through it, and it's been stopped both times. Okay, level to the upside, it's pretty much all over the place, but I would almost just line up with there. So you can see there's some tails there's some tails there, there's a tail that hits there, there's a tail that hits there. So that would be my level. So level to the upside, 11,390, and level to the downside is 11,297. If I just want to double check on the weekly, okay, so this top level lines up perfectly with the 200 EMA. Okay, so I would expect more of the same, to be honest. The fact that we've closed right in the middle, I think we're going to have a look at a couple of other strategies at the end just to see what else we can see. Okay, so it's kind of, we're going to need to have, we've had a close above us in the 4 hour, but that hasn't materialized. We've come back, we haven't. So, well, what am I getting at here? So we've had a break above this level. We had a close above it on the 4 hour. Then we sold off, but we haven't broken below this bottom level again. Now, so the bias should be to the upside. There are people that are sitting long here with this breakout. So with this 4 hour close here, there are people sitting with that are sitting long. There are also people that have got trades long triggered here, okay, at the top of this 4 hour candle, and they have a stop below this 4 hour candle. And there'll be others that have got a trade long here with a stop below this level. Okay, because that was a 4 hour bar that closed above the level. Okay, so there's quite a few. I can almost guarantee you that there are trades all over the place. There are a whole lot of shorts that are sitting here as well. And that is why you've got this consolidation happening, because your algorithms and your corporate traders are looking for an accelerated explosive move. And the only way it's going to do is by the range break. So different people, and majority of the retail traders as well, have different strategies which are either side of this range. Or they're trading the bottom of the range and they're getting out here. And their stop losses are up here. And they stop, their stops down here. Stops down here for the long, stops down here for the shorts. So there are a lot of orders either side of this range. So whichever way it does move, that's the direction that you're going to find. You're going to get traction in that direction. Now, of course, you've got this gap here as well. You've got two gaps, this one and this one down here. Anyway, let's get to the hour. It becomes a little bit clearer here. Pretty much not something I want to trade. You look at how we're using the 200 here, 200 moving average is flat, the alligator is flat. Awesome oscillator is just flat again today or yesterday with nothing in it. So yeah, I don't think I'm not interested in trading this at the moment. But even the breaks, I mean, there you've got an hour break above the level. I mean, you would have expected, okay, pull back somewhere to the 50, and then we rally, and we haven't. We do have a little double bottom here. If I just adjust that line there. Now we do have a double bottom, but to validate that double bottom, we're going to need an hour close above, what is this level? 11,352. Okay, but looking at the awesome oscillator, there is nothing happening here. There is just complete indecision. So for me, I think the Dax is not going to see my money today. Not really interested in it. Wait for Monday. This has been a pretty much a nothing week. So 4 days trading within a 127 point range with lots of tails up and down, lots of barbed wire, lots of indecision. I think I'd rather just keep my money in my pocket here. Okay, so I'm not even going to suggest trading this thing. If it does break below here, there is a possibility that we can come to the downside, but I'm not entirely convinced of that. Okay, let's just have a look at some other strategies. So the first one is going to be a Bollinger. You just increase that. So 1 hour Bollinger, you can see we're below the 20, but the Bollinger is flat. So there's nothing really to read into that. 3 hour, let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour is coming into a squeeze. Okay, I do have a little bit of a grouping to the downside of my oscillators, but nothing really standing out. The daily is flat. Our weekly could be a W bottom forming here on the Bollinger. Only problem I have with it is that the oscillator is grouping to the upside, which normally means it's gathering pace for another move down. Okay. And what I've seen with the DAX quite often is we have 3 attempts. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 at Bollinger. So the Bollinger W is in place. In other words, we closed outside the Bollinger here, and then we've closed inside the Bollinger here, with price action indicating inside bar, inside bar. So that is potential, just this is a warning. And the hour is nothing. What's on the half hour? Nothing. Okay, the 4 hour is a bit of a squeeze brewing. Okay, so yeah, nothing really that we can worry about there. And then the last one I want us to have a look at is the ichimoku. So 4 hour, you can see we have broken through the cloud. We've got a twist in the cloud. In other words, the cloud has gone green. And we're also broken through price on Chico span, and we've got a crossover. So these are bullish signals, but the fact that we are in between Kijinson and Tekinson, and they are flat, and the cloud is starting to flatten out, that indicates range, indecision. Okay, we're still bearish on the daily. So in other words, Kijinson, the red line is above Tekinson, the blue line. So we are still bearish and we're below the cloud, and the cloud is pretty thick. So in other words, the cloud's not getting narrower. It's very thick, which means the probability of it just breaking through here is not very strong. Okay, on the 1 hour, pretty much nothing. So you can see how we get a bearish crossover, then we got a bullish crossover, then we got a bearish crossover yesterday, and now we're sitting in between Kijinson and Dickinson. So again, you can see how the strategy ties into the other strategies. We're looking at a break below this range, which would also indicate a break below the cloud. So a break below the cloud with this, and we've got a twist in the cloud. So we've got a bearish signal there, we've got a twist in the cloud there, and Chiku span, the brown line, is sitting in price, but there's a possibility it's going to come down below price. Okay, so there are more signals here on the 1 hour for a short brewing than there are on any of the others. And the 4 hour, there's indication of long. On the half hour, we are below the cloud. We've tested the cloud again. This is kind of signaling that we could have a short brewing, but it's also all over the place. So yeah. So pretty much most of those strategies are telling you the same thing, that we are range bound and you're looking for a breakout before you start looking to trade this thing. Okay, anyway guys, that's me for today. I'm not trading this thing. I'm not even going to look at it today, and I'll look at this on Monday to see what's going on. Hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.